In the Kitchen, sponsored by Coastal Medical Service.
Welcome back. Well, it's Monday, and means it's my favorite day. It's time for In the Kitchen with Chef Becky. Today she prepares something all shrimp lovers across Western Oregon will enjoy. Now let's savor the flavors of Chef Becky.
Good morning, and we're back in the kitchen with Chef Becky again. This time, round two. Chef Becky, what are we whipping up today?
Today we're making one of the most popular appetizers at my catering company called Chef Becky Catering. It's shrimp with chimichurri sauce.
Oh, chimichurri sauce. I've heard a lot about it. Haven't made it myself, so I'm excited to give it a try.
So if you don't know what chimichurri is, it's basically an Argentinian pesto. Here I have 1 cup of Italian parsley that's been washed and dried, 3/4 of a cup of high quality olive oil, 3 tablespoons red wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon oregano, 2 teaspoons cumin, 1 teaspoon salt, 1.5 teaspoons fresh garlic that has been minced, and 1.5 teaspoons of Frank's hot sauce. And of course we can't forget about the shrimp. This is 2 pounds of raw shrimp, and I bought these with the tails already removed.
So all the ingredients are laid out, parsley's washed. What's the first step to getting this process going?
Well, I'm going to be using a Vitamix today, but you could use any blender,
Right.
or you could just do it with a knife and a cutting board and whip everything up.
And just a little more patience, I imagine.
So this is 1 cup of flat Italian parsley. This is high quality olive oil. This is red wine vinegar, oregano, dried oregano.
Perfect. And for the chimichurri, we're just doing everything in the blender all at once together?
Everything but the shrimp.
Perfect. Nice and simple, I like it.
This is cumin, sea salt, fresh garlic, and Frank's hot sauce.
All right, everything's in the Vitamix, in the blender, and we're off. It's got such a nice color too.
Isn't that pretty?
I like parsley.
And of course you don't need to put it in a squirt bottle. Any dish with a small spoon would also work.
So Chef, our chimichurri is done, set to the side, onto the shrimp. What are we doing first?
So I have this 2 pounds of shrimp that's been thawed and rinsed. And for this recipe, I like them to be very dry. So we're spreading it on a prepared cookie sheet with some plastic and towels.
Just a paper towel, dab it up, and it comes dry. Now, why do we go through the drying process?
Well, it helps with the searing.
Sure.
Looks great.
And Chef, how much salt are we going for?
Oh, I would say fairly generous. This is fresh cracked pepper. We are preheating a cast iron skillet over medium-high heat. The oil is popping, it's ready. We're gonna do just a single layer of shrimp and not overcrowd the pan. So these will cook for about 90 seconds per side. Of course, if you're using larger shrimp, it'll take a little longer. I think these are ready to turn.
All right.
And they always take less time on the second side, so these are almost done. I use these toothpicks because I serve it as a past appetizer at fancy events.
So we've got them all laid out. We've got our toothpicks placed. I think it's chimichurri time.
That's right. All that's left is to give it a little shake and then give it a generous drizzle.
Oh, look at the color of that. This is always my favorite part of this segment, is that I think it's time for me to try one of those. But before I dive quite into that, why don't you tell people, if they are interested in this, where they can find the recipe?
So this recipe is going to be posted on my website, chefbecky.com, as well as Facebook and Instagram. My clients love this recipe because it's gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free, and it's pretty healthy and flavorful.
And it's delicious. That chimichurri, you can taste a little bit of that heat from the Frank's Red Hot, garlic coming through. That is absolutely delicious. Thanks so much, Chef.
You're welcome. Anytime.